The doctor never said you will die. He said things like progressive, aggressive, irreversible. Words doctors use when they want you to arrive at death by yourself. I watched his lips move while my wife squeezed my hand. Months, he finally said. We'll do what we can. My wife inhaled sharply, right on cue. She pressed her forehead into my shoulder and cried softly. The kind of crying that looks real to everyone except the person it's meant for. I didn't cry. I watched. And what I saw scared me more than the diagnosis. Because behind her tears, behind the trembling shoulders, there was something else. Relief. After the diagnosis, she became flawless. Too flawless. She cooked soups I couldn't swallow. She rearranged the pillows 3 times a night. She told everyone how strong I was and how hard this was for her. People praised her. I saw her phone. It was never far from her hand. She smiled at messages she didn't show me. She left the room to answer calls. She started wearing perfume again. Who wears perfume to a deathbed? Morphine turns pain into fog. One night, the fog lifted. I heard her voice from the hallway, low, intimate. No, not yet, she whispered. A pause. Yes, the doctors say it won't be long. Another pause. Then she laughed. Not nervous, not sad, happy. My fingers twitched, trying to grab the bed rail to remind myself I still existed. I realized something that night. I wasn't dying alone. I was dying in the way. I didn't know his name at first, only the way her voice changed when she spoke to him. Softer, warmer, alive. He visited the hospital once, a colleague. He didn't look at me. People who wait for you to die never do. He touched her elbow when he spoke. She didn't pull away. I counted the seconds. They were already practicing a future without me. Weeks passed. Doctors lowered their voices when they entered the room. My wife started asking about documents, insurance, property. What happens if... She never finished the sentence. She didn't have to. I was already half gone. The coma wasn't dramatic. No pain, no light, just sinking. Doctor said later my organs were failing. What they didn't know was that my ears still worked. I heard her come in. I heard the chair scrape the floor. Then her voice, close to my face. You can go now, she whispered. I'll take care of everything. A pause. I promise. He came with her. They spoke freely. About trips, about selling the house, about how sad it all was. He won't feel anything, she said. That's when something inside me hardened. If I survived, I wouldn't be the same man. I woke up to silence, machines beeping too fast, doctors swearing under their breath. They called it a miracle. My wife called it shock. Her face when she saw my eyes open was the most honest thing she ever showed me. Fear. Not because I lived, because her plans didn't. Recovery is a humiliating thing. You learn how to sit, how to drink water without choking, how to smile so people don't ask questions. My wife was excellent during this phase. She held my arm when I walked. She wiped my mouth like I was already a child. She told everyone how grateful she was. But she never left her phone face down anymore. I didn't miss that. I understood something very quickly. If I looked strong, I would be dangerous to her. If I looked broken, I would be harmless. So I played my role. I forgot words on purpose. I asked the same questions twice. I let my hands shake when I signed papers. She relaxed. People always relax when they think they have won. At night, when the painkillers wore off, my mind sharpened. I replayed everything I had heard in the coma, every whisper, every promise she made to another man while I lay between life and death. I realized the most painful truth. She didn't hate me. She simply didn't need me anymore. I learned his name by accident. She said it while half asleep. Just one word. Daniel. I repeated it silently until it stopped hurting and started meaning something else. Something useful. One afternoon, she went to shower and left her phone on the table. She trusted me. That was her mistake. I didn't rush, I didn't shake. I took photos of everything. Messages about my inevitable decline, plans about apartments, time transfers around my expected death. One message burned itself into my mind. Once it's over, we'll finally be free. I locked the phone and put it back exactly where it was. My heart didn't race, it slowed. The doctor told her privately that my chances were still low. I knew because she came home glowing. She hugged me too tightly. "Rest," she said. "You need rest." She wanted me quiet. She wanted time. I gave her both. Illness strips you down. Survival rebuilds you wrong. I stopped seeing myself as a husband, or even a man. I became an observer. I watched how she dressed before meeting him, how she practiced her sadness in the mirror, how she already lived a second life. And I planned. Changing a will is easier than people think, especially when they believe you are confused. I signed slowly. I asked a lawyer to repeat things. I smiled like someone who had accepted his end. Everything went exactly where I wanted it. She would get nothing, but she wouldn't know that until it was too late. I told her I wanted to celebrate. She asked, "Celebrate what?" I said, "Being alive." She hesitated a half second, then smiled. That smile was pure habit. Candles, wine, the good plates. She cooked like it was an anniversary. She even cried once. Real tears this time. Not for me, for the life she thought she was losing. As we sat down, I felt something unexpected. Not anger, not hatred. Clarity. I realized the illness had taken everything weak from me. What remained was solid, unmovable. The candles flickered like they were nervous. She poured the wine with steady hands. Too steady. "This feels normal," she said, smiling carefully. I nodded. "That's because this is the last time we'll pretend." Her fork slipped from her fingers and hit the plate. Sound travels differently when someone realizes they are exposed. "I remember everything," I said. She blinked surprised. "I don't understand." "I remember the hallway, the phone calls, the promises." Her face lost its color. "That was stress," she whispered. "I was afraid." I smiled. "No, you were relieved." "Daniel," I said. That did it. Her body reacted before her mind. A sharp inhale, a small step back. "You said his name while sleeping," I added. "More than once." She sat down slowly. For the first time since my diagnosis, she looked small. "I was lonely," she said finally. "You were already gone." "I was still breathing," I replied. "That's not the same." She didn't cry. She explained. And that hurt more than tears. "I changed my will," I said, cutting into my food. Her eyes lit up despite herself. "I let that happen. Everything goes to a foundation," I continued. "Cancer research, patient recovery." She frowned. "In your name," I added. "And yours." Hope bloomed. "But there's a condition." Her hands tightened. "You tell the truth," I said, "to everyone." She laughed nervously. "You're sick. People won't believe you." I slid my phone across the table. Screenshots, dates, transfers, her messages, her voice recordings, her future plans made over my dying body. She didn't touch the phone. She didn't need to. Daniel left her the next morning. Men who love widows don't love living husbands. He disappeared quietly, like a coward. She confessed, not dramatically, clinically, the way people do when they know there is no escape. Friends vanished, family turned cold. Her name became something people lowered their voices around. The foundation opened 6 months later. She works there now, filing papers, answering phones, watching survivors walk out of rooms she once waited outside of. She never speaks to me unless spoken to. Sometimes she looks at me, not with hatred, with confusion, like she still doesn't understand how the dying man survived. People say I was lucky. They say illness changed me. They're wrong. It killed me. The man who loved her died in that hospital bed. The man who lived learned something simple. Survival is not forgiveness. Survival is freedom. I walk past her every day, alive. And that is the punishment she never escapes.